Morning everybody. Sorry about the slight delay there, a couple of IT issues. Blame my team. No, it's me. So week 33 I think. Chilly one, hence I'm pulling my sleeves down. Great day yesterday for a lot of people. Black Friday, done all their Christmas shopping in one hit, hopefully. That's what we like. But we thought we'd theme today about Christmas nibbles. So we're going to cook you 3 different things and they're all around Christmas nibbles. So we are going to do some mince meat puff pies. We are going to do some Scotch eggs, but with some Nduja in there. So a spicy Italian from the south of Italy. I think I said last time it's from the north, it's not, it's from the south. Spicy Italian sausage, and we're going to mix that in with the mincemeat. And then we're going to do some curried sausage rolls that are potato and pea, and they're delicious. We made them yesterday, and I think Helena said she could eat her body weight in them. So her new all-time favourite. So anyway, so that's what we're going to do today. So a little bit different today. Show Andy. We've put the fire on. Oh, come on. We may as well come over. Don't trip over this. So we've got the Alfia on, and I've already started one of the dishes, and I'll tell you what it is in a bit. But I'm just sweating down some onions, and they've got some nigella seeds in there, and some cumin seeds. So they're started. This corner of the pan is very hot. This is less hot, so I'm just moving them around. But yeah, this is the Alfia, and we just thought we'd use it instead of an egg for a change. Just a bit of fun, and we can get warm. Lovely. Right. So, thank you, Andy. Andrea. Get it right. So Andrea on camera as usual. We've got the Mini Max down here as a backup in case the Alfia wasn't hot enough, and we've got Helena over here doing all the typing as usual. So you'll see she's watching and typing and answering your questions. We've got Mama, don't know if you can see, inside the lounge. There she is, look, inside in the warm. So she's watching inside, and I'll pass you back to Andy. Andrea. She hates Andy, but we all call her Andy. Right, so first of those 3 dishes, just sweating down some onions. This takes a little while, so what we've done is done that beforehand, just a medium sort of pan, some red onion in there, so it's 1 red onion, a teaspoon of cumin seeds and a teaspoon of nigella seeds, or mustard seeds, black mustard seeds. So we've got those in there, cooked down. And to that, I am going to go and grab some stuff which is all over the place today. To that, we are going to add, I've got some garlic, some ginger, and some fresh chilli. So that's all going in there, and we're going to cook that down as well. This is all going to be the filling, the curried filling for our, should have put the spices in as well, so I'll go and grab those. Curried filling for our potato and pea rolls. So it's very much like a normal curry base with those ingredients. So we'll get those all in, and I'll just go and get the spices. Right, so I put them as far away as I possibly could. So also going into this, sorry, I cling them all up so things don't blow around, but there's no wind today, is there? So also going into this, we've got cumin, coriander, garam masala, not in that order. They're all teaspoons. We've got half a teaspoon of turmeric and half a teaspoon of chili powder to give it even more kick. So they're all going in, and we'll fry those all off with the onions. Get a bit of flavour going on in there. So those need a good 2-3 minutes now. I'll put them on the colder side. So on the Alfia, the outside of this ring is colder, so I'll move them all out on the colder side, and it'll give us a bit more time to do something else. Right. So now we're going to switch recipes to make it all a bit different. So if you want to go over there, Andy. Andrea. God. I've called her Andy for years. Anyway. So we are going to do just a different mince pie, basically. So I've got, if I grab one of these, I'll put them on the board. I've just got puff pastry, and I'll own up, I bought the wrong one. So we have reduced fat puff pastry, which is rubbish. Don't do that, but again, don't buy the really buttery one, just get the normal one. It's just I was shopping in a different shop this week and bought the wrong stuff because I didn't know what colour the packet was. What's that?
Kind of felt like it was a bit wet.
No, it's not raining. Don't. Helena's thinking it's raining. It's not raining. So we've got a bit of puff pastry. And this is so simple. We've got minced meat, shop bought. You could make your own. And all I'm going to do is spoon out a good, healthy teaspoon of that. We've got a little bug on here as well. Look, get off. That into the middle of our puff pastry. Super easy. We're going to get a bit of water and just put it around the outside of that. I'll just do it with my finger like that, and then I've got a lid for it. And we pop that over the top and seal it down. And this is the bit with this reduced fat, is it's rubbish at sealing. I'm going to put a tiny little crisscross in the top to let out the steam, and then I'll see if I can get it off. And I'm going to put it onto, here's the one I made earlier. So with these, what we need to do, we need to give them a bit of an egg wash. So I have a basting brush, just going to egg wash these. So I made the other 5 earlier, just so that you didn't get bored watching it. Look at me, good and messy as usual. And onto the top of these, I'll move that out of the way. I am going to grab my Demerara sugar, which I can't see, there it is in front of me. So I've just got some Demerara sugar, and we're just going to sprinkle it on. So this is the easiest of the 3 cooks, obviously. Right, done. So these now, I think I've talked to you about baking parchment. When you fold it, I'll do it with the tea towel. If you fold it in half and then fold it in half the other way, then you'll have a corner that has all the folds in. Just keep going around that corner like that and like that. See if I can do this with a knife. And then you can just chop like that. And then when you open it out, it's going to be round and fit on your pizza stone. How's that? So you'll get good at it.
You're a proper Blue Peter today.
You're proper Blue Peter. So there we go. Oh, as usual, ask questions. Helena's on there. So I've got an egg here. It's about I'm going to put it on the wrong one, aren't I? Hang on. It's that egg I want to go on. This egg here is about 160 degrees. It says so. I've got a controller on it. It's not the usual Egg Genius. I'm using one of the others on this egg today. Got some stuff stuck on there. Hot. One of the questions with the Christmas cake, and I'll put this on, one of the questions that came up with the Christmas cake is people kept burning it. And that's because the temperature down here and the temperature shown on the dome sometimes are different. And people have been setting for the Christmas cake their dome to 160 degrees. And what you'll find is at that level, where the baking stone is, it will be a lot hotter, so as much as 180, 190. So if you're doing the Christmas cake, I'm going to change the recipe to say it, but if you're doing the Christmas cake, what you do need to do is set your egg. If you're using this to monitor it, the normal thermometer, you need to set it lower, so set it down at 140, I'd say, and then you won't burn it. But I'm using controllers when I do it, so I always use that to measure the temperature at the baking stone. So that's where we're at. Right, so those are going in. They're going to go in for 15 minutes, something like that. So Helena, or I'll do it. Siri, set a timer for 15 minutes. There we go, cool. Right, let's go back to our onions and bits. Right. So in here, we fried down those onions, looking lush. Okay, got those. They're good and ready. Right, so now to that, let me grab my other ingredients. Bring it all over. For a short period of time, I'll rest it on here because I know this side's going to be slightly cooler. I've pushed all the fire to one side, so this side will be slightly cooler, so hopefully I won't break my pots. So to this, I'm going to add lime pickle, about a tablespoon, or what's left in this jar. Okay. Some of you might not like lime pickle, but go with it, it works. I have got cubed potatoes, it's 500 grams. I've cut them into centimetre cubes. The recipe that we borrowed this is from Mob Kitchen, by the way. Follow them on Insta, they've got some great recipes. This is one of theirs. We adjust it slightly because I think the cubes are better, smaller. So these are just Maris Piper potatoes. We've part boiled them, or they've boiled for 10 minutes, so they've gone slightly soft. We're going to put them in. We are going to chuck in some coriander, a few coriander leaves, and my peas, which are over there still. And we've got some frozen peas. So, and again, I've upped the amount of peas that are in their recipe. So when I publish this, I will up it. We felt it didn't have enough peas in there. So now what you want to do is get this and coat it, get it all nicely coated. And what I did yesterday is added a little bit of water. So I may do that again.
Sorry, keep moving around. I'm getting smoke in my eyes.
Yeah. Wherever you stand with an open flame, it will chase you. So you can see that. I'm going to let that cook down a bit. I'll go and grab some water. So have a look at that, Andy. Any questions, Heather?
So someone said, could you use sweet potato for the curry roll?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, so the question was, could you use sweet potato? Absolutely. Don't see why not. Swap sides with it. So you can see this cooks quite easily. I mean, messy, just chuck it in the fire. That's why I love the affair. Now, of course, you can do this on the Mini Max. That's why we fired it up, had it hot and ready, just in case I didn't get the fire going in time. But yeah. Right, to that, I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. So a little bit of molten salt, a little bit of black pepper. And then we're going to let that cook just for a few minutes until the potatoes start to break up, really. That's looking better with the peas, much more peas. I love peas, by the way. Don't get too close and burn yourself,
I
Andy.
know.
Don't lean on it.
It's quite warm.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's the only wearing a barber jacket like Andrew is. Definitely don't lean on it, or just create a nice big stripe across the middle. And if you have young kids, this probably isn't for you. Right, we'll leave that cooking. Perfect. So, Helena, can you just run and grab out the fridge the one we've done earlier? Oh, you've got it. You've done it. Genius. Do I need... Yeah. Right. So here's one we've done earlier. I'm going to get it on the egg, so we get it cooking, so you can see what it finishes like, and then we're going to make it, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to grab some turmeric. So I have the same egg wash. Could you grab me another egg? Because I've got. Oh no, I've got one. Thank you, Andy. So I'm going to put in a teaspoon, or slightly less than a teaspoon, of turmeric into the egg, just to give it some nice colour, and then we'll mix it in. Look at that. Don't get this on your clothes, people, or your fingers, or... Right. And then we're going to paint this onto this one that we've already rolled. Now, do I cut it in half? Or shall I go whole? Come on.
Oh dear. Alex.
Hangovers.
Yes.
Oh.
Still in bed, severely hungover.
Who's that?
Alex Pemberton.
Alex. That's terrible. Still in bed.
Well, he woke up at 7 and had to go back to bed.
Oh dear, that's a
kids this
shocker.
weekend.
That is a shocker. Right, I'll keep the rest for when we do the other. Then what you do, I'm going to cut this in half. I'm going to see if we can get it off this in a minute. Then I'm just going to put some stripes with the tip of my knife into it on the top. It works if you've got a sharp knife.
And proper pastry.
And proper pastry, yeah. Look at this, I'm going to cheat. Look. How about this?
Nicely done. Nicely
So
done.
these are going to go on and cook, and these are going to take about 25 minutes. Okay. So these are going into this egg, which is up at around 190 degrees C. So in they go. Yep. And now we'll make them. No, we won't, because we've got to cool that down. We'll make the other bits first. So, right, come over, Andy, and you see. So you can see now the potatoes are soft. They're starting to break up in here, which is exactly what we want. We want a little bit of bite in them, but that's all ready. Now what we want to do, I'm going to spread it out in this pan so it'll get cool faster, and I'm going to grab a pair of oven gloves. Just take that out of the way.
There.
And we're going to put this out of the way just to cool down, because then we're going to put it on the pastry. Now hopefully it will cool quickly, so put it down there. Right, so remind me about that in a minute. So that's 2 recipes, sort of. We've got to come back and do the other half. Any other hangovers that have been owned up to?
No.
Oh. Steve George, can't believe you haven't got a hangover?
I don't think he's on this
Oh, he's not on. Oh, that's a shame. Wanted to thank him. So anyway, right. So back to our. Just going to wash my hands because I've got turmeric on them. Any questions, Helena?
No, but apparently lemon juice is good at getting turmeric out of clothes.
Brilliant. Okay.
No questions so far.
Right then.
I've just seen Franco only got up to watch this. Bless him.
Oh, well done, Franco. Right. So we're going to make Scotch eggs now while those are cooking. So I have 500 grams of sausage meat. When I went into the butcher's yesterday, day before, he was preparing the sausages there and then. So I just said, I'll just take the sausage meat. But if you've got a favourite sausage, buy the sausages, cut the skins and use the insides of the sausages. So we've got sausage meat. In here I've already got a little bit of sage, a little extra, because I like sagey stuff. And here is our Nduja. This is what an Nduja looks like. Shouldn't touch it with this hand. I'll go and wash this again, because that is, it's a cured sausage. Let me just wash these. Come over, Andy, while I do it. So it's a cured sausage, and it's spreadable. So you don't have to cook it. We're going to cook it, but it's spreadable. It's really spicy, so you could put it on your toast.
We did pizzas.
And we love it on top of pizzas. So I picked up this one from an Italian shop in town because I hadn't ordered early enough. But the best one we've had so far is from Ducci Charcuterie from Mark down in Cornwall. It's to die for. But this is from Italy. I'm just going to take the end off. It's got a ring through it. And we're going to take a little lump like that. We'll take the skin off it. And this is the paste. You see it's a lighter paste. And you can eat this raw. So that's why I didn't want to touch that and then that. So I'm going to break it up into little bits. Oh, it's spicy. So you're going to break it up into little bits. Put more of this in if you like your Scotch eggs really spicy. Put less in if you don't. Oh, this one's a good one. Mark's is really spicy too. And I believe Bill Gardner, who's set up, and you should again follow North Charcuterie. He's just setting up in Kent. He'll be doing some charcuterie of his as well. So yeah, give him a follow. Bill Gardner, Barbecue Bill he's known as well. You've probably read about him in Mark's magazines and so on. So then we're just going to mix this all together. Oh, it's cold. This is straight out the fridge, and it's freezing out here today. I think it's 4 degrees or something like that. It's a bit warmer than that, it's 9. Lied to you. So Helena, anything else out there? Questions?
No
Big green egg stuff. The containers have been delayed. you'll have probably seen in the news a lot of the ports, including Felixstowe, are suffering delays at the moment. So the containers have been delayed. So the stuff that was due on the 30th, so next week, I'm just going to put some salt and pepper in here. Stuff that was due 30th is now due on the 4th, I think it is, of December. So it'll just be a few extra days. So watch out for that. Final ordering dates, if you want to buy another egg, is the 16th with Big Green Egg. So if you're going to want me to quote you and sort you an egg, 15th really at the latest. And then they've got another date for their parcels, which I'll put up on. So if you want to buy other things like that, the Egg Genius will come back into stock. So I know a few of you have asked for quotes on those, so I'll get those out to you. Can you grab that, Helena, and just put it over, just out the way, so I don't have to touch it. Right. So now I'm good and messy. Let's get even messier. No, don't worry, Andy. I've got super messy to get here now. Where's that egg wash? You done with it? There it is. I've used the wrong one, that's why.
Yeah.
Never mind. Right. Right, now we have, and I'll probably mess this up, soft hard-boiled eggs, if that makes any difference. So they went in for just, the ones I did the other day were too runny, so I put these in for 6 minutes now, and then straight into iced water, let them cool down, then peel them. You have to be really careful, they're soft, and you can see this one's squidgy, they will crack. So then put them into flour just to dry them. Try and do it all with one hand, this is really difficult. But then into your egg wash to get them sticky a bit. No, I've done that the wrong way around, never mind. I'll put it back in the flour for a second. What I need to do is get roughly a quarter of this. So it should be, should be flour, mincemeat. So let's get this nice and flat, get it on, and then just bring it around your egg. Now, if you've got a bowl of water, which I do down here, what you can do is bring this up and get your hands wet, and then it will pull around a lot easier. I am the most messy cook, as I've told you in the past, but what you can see is if you've got a little bit of water, you can pinch it together, mould it, and stick it.
Wet hands makes it easier.
Yeah, wet hands does, but that's why the water.
Do you put the eggs straight from the fridge into the boiling water?
Yes. Well, straight from. We don't put ours in the fridge; they sit on the side. If you ever go to the supermarket, you'll find the eggs aren't in the fridge. They don't need to be kept in the fridge, but they do need to be fresh if you want to peel them, and so on. Might only do one. What do we think? So lovely. Then into the egg wash. So I did it all backwards.
There's a lot of love for Scotch eggs.
I'll better do 2 then maybe. Then into the breadcrumbs. So this is just sliced bread that I put in the Thermomix.
Have you seasoned the breadcrumbs, Nick, or no?
No, these are just breadcrumbs. Okay, done like that. I'm going to borrow this plate from over here. Pop that down. I'll do one more. Look at me, I'm filthy.
Oh.
I am the messiest chef. Not chef. But, right, so again, take your egg into the flour to get it dry, not into the egg wash. Get some of your, I'm going to make my hand wet. Get some of your sausage meat, squash it out. Got a wet hand now, that's going to be easier. Squash it out, get your egg, wrap it. Oh, something's beeping. That's our 15 minutes.
It's mince puffs.
We'll go and have a look in a second.
Suggested duck eggs or quail's eggs would be a good alternative as well to make them a bit smaller for canapés.
Yeah, good plan. Sorry, my watch is pinging. I will turn it off in a minute. A bit more water. Just smooth it over. A little bit of water on the outside, then you can smooth these over a lot easier. There you go. Into the egg wash. into the breadcrumbs. I'm only going to do 2. Get it on there. I'm going to stop the watch.
Wash hands.
And wash my hands. And then we'll have a look at the puffs. Which
Someone has said, could you use panko breadcrumbs? I don't know.
yeah, they're all. We're going to deep fry these, make them really healthy. But some people do smoke them, so you could put them just indirect. However, I'm going to deep fry them. If you cook, either way, they'll work perfectly. With a panko, they'll be crispy anyway. Then, so you didn't need. I guess you don't need to deep fry them. So let's have a look.
Ian Bevan has suggested minced chicken breast with quail's eggs might be really nice.
Oh yeah, minced chicken breast wrapped around instead of this is just pork mince or sausage meat. So they look great. Right. So on this egg, we have our wok. It's got some oil in. I don't know if any of you saw. Spot on. 184. I want 180. So that'll do. I don't know if any of you saw a few weeks ago yeah, good plan, Andy. Before we get to that, puffs are on this one.
Oh, nice.
Look at those. I might give those another 5. They look nice, but I'm going to go for a little bit browner. This one's chucked all its filling out, but that's the beauty of it. Right, 5 minutes. Let's get these in. I don't know if you saw a few weeks ago, we did a venison shoulder, and we did it and we cooked it in the fat. So this is just that fat. I figured a bit of venison fat mixed in with our vegetable oil will taste lovely. So so I can smell all that venison coming out of it now. So this is going to be a bit special. So I'm just going to lower them in. Just put a bit over the top just to seal it. And these are going to do 10 minutes total. Now I did them 8 minutes, sorry, total. So we'll leave those for a second and we'll come back to them. So Siri, set a timer for 8 minutes. Done. Right, those are doing. Should we have a look at those?
Definitely.
And then I've got to make some of these. So these are just cooking. You can see there's a long way to go on those. But they're lush. These are really good. Right, so let's make some of these. Hopefully that, well, it's still steaming away. We'll give it a go. Let me tidy up a little bit first. I'm just going to put all of this out the way for a second. And then, let me just wipe this down. And then we'll make a set of these. Turn the fire. Love it. Right. Now this might not work because our filling is still hot. But that's the nature of this, I guess. Ideally, you want this to cool down. This is puff pastry. So what's going to happen is it's going to melt the pastry a bit. So this is going to be a bit tricky. But hey, you can't do it all in 45 minutes. So here's a piece of puff pastry that we cut earlier. It's the other half of the one from over there. And we'll grab a spoon.
So Steve George is on.
Morning, Steve. Thank you very much for the recommendation to your friend the other day, or Sandra's friend. So they bought an egg. Lovely.
It's a surprise, shouldn't say.
That's very true.
So
That's probably a good thing.
How long have you cooked the eggs indirect? How long do you reckon they take to cook?
The eggs,
Yeah, the Scotch eggs, sorry.
probably at high temperature, so I do them at 200 about the same amount of time. So you're just trying to cook the sausage meat. The egg inside's already cooked, so they're not particularly thick. I reckon about the same time.
So I've asked what people are cooking this weekend.
Okay, and
Julie Curson is cooking duck legs tonight and sirloin beef
Oh.
tomorrow.
duck is obviously in the air. We're having duck for tea as well. We're going to spit roast a duck and do it with crispy pancakes.
Franco is doing pork loin with stuffing and wrapped in bacon. First time cooking that one for him.
Oh, pork loin wrapped in bacon. Sounds delish.
Karen
I'm going
is
to do this
doing
in water. Sorry.
pork steaks.
So I'm just wetting this so we seal it. Is that Karen Truelove?
Yeah, he's doing pork steaks and ratatouille today. Roast chicken tomorrow.
Oh,
Chris Leonard is doing chipotle shashuka with sourdough English muffins. That
nice.
sounds nice.
So similar to what we did the other week.
Oh, someone's doing a prawn curry tonight, and then possibly a picanha tomorrow.
Oh, Canyon, my favourite. I was didn't sleep well last night. Shouldn't say that, but because I was thinking about picanha for Christmas Day again. Oh, I love picanha. One of my faves.
We've got people doing smash
There you go.
burgers.
So all I did, put potato in, fold it over, fork it down the edge. Now, what we found works really well is if you want a nice clean edge, I'll come back to that in a minute, get your pizza wheel. Look at that. Brilliant.
And then that goes back in the fridge for 20 minutes.
This does. Well, I'm going to put it straight on the egg.
Okay, so
We're going to cheat.
someone's asked a question. Will the full circle cast iron grill work with the expander?
Will the full circle cast iron grill work with the expander? That is a good question. So the full, they mean the cast iron griddle plancher. Somebody asked about it the other day. I will find out for you. The easiest way to do it is to grab one that we've got here somewhere and do it.
So Alex Pemberton's doing black onyx sirloins.
Wow, where did you get those?
And
Black
cod,
onyx.
and black cod miso.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Black cod miso, black onyx sirloin. So we've done Impala, which was stunning, absolutely stunning. We've got a butchery up the road who do all sorts of wild meats. Yeah, I need to flip the eggs.
Oh, don't forget those
Yeah. So that's half of our cook. Just going to roll them over. Oh, look at those.
Looking good.
Look amazing. Don't get the oil too hot. If you look at the front of this egg, I can't remember if I said it, and I've said it loads of times when you're deep frying, the temperature needs to be really low on the egg because the fire is right next to the wok, and so it will heat the oil up. So I think about 110, 120 degrees means your oil is at 180 degrees, and you'll just have to practice with that. It depends on how much oil you've got in that in the wok. But the temperature of your egg needs to be way down, and it will still have the oil really hot. It's a bit like the cake thing. So yeah, puffs. Perfect.
Cracking.
They're coming off.
Yep.
So, oh, we're liking those.
Oh, cup of tea later after the walk.
Oh yeah. So put them on a rack. I'll just leave them out here for now. We're making a right mess today.
I've just told everyone you're making way too much.
Yeah.
It's spreading out further and further.
Yeah. Right, let's get this bad boy cut. Where did I put the knife? Down here. I'm going to cut it in half again. We may as well put it on. It's much easier if you do it with your knife. What are you laughing at?
Just noticed someone started grilling or standing in the background.
Yeah, my neighbour's building a new kitchen, so that's what's going on. So we'll just do the tops of those like we did the others. And what you could do, and we'll do it with these, I have some black. Ooh. Pastry's a bit soft because the filling is warm. So I've got a jar, I'll be back one sec. Sorry, we've got noisy cars now. we've got some black mustard, black onion seeds. So we'll put them on the top.
You just leave them as one large.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
No, leave them like that, and then we'll cut them up when they've cooked. It's a lot easier. May as well go on with the others. So behind you, Andy. Keep her on her
moving
toes.
too fast, they'll probably get squiffy, those with hangovers.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't want to watch this with a hangover.
No.
Right. Look at those, they're looking good. Right, now they are going to take a little bit longer than the show, unfortunately. That is my timer for my eggs. So,
Harold has asked, can you use the Let's Cue in the wrap?
Harold has asked, can you use the Let's Cue? So the Let's Cue is the rotisserie. Can you use it in the rain? The answer is yes and no. So yes, as long as you have, turn around Andy, an outdoor socket that you're going to plug it into. I tend to use this with the lid up and it just keeps the rain off it. So the bit that goes onto the side of the egg is IPX4 certified, so that can take the rain. The plug bit, that no plugs are rainproof, so you just need to rainproof the plug and the socket that you're putting into. Eggs, hang on. Whoop.
Get these out.
We're going to get these eggs out.
You've used the kitchen roll, 2 secs.
Oh yeah. That's all right, Andy. Fine, I'll take them over. I'll do them over there. Yeah, I just used the kitchen roll that I was going to drain them on. Look at those. Now, close it down. Take them over. Yeah, I'll just grab a... God, what a mess. Who's that? Just drain them on there for a second. Get that out of the way. This board that I was going to make everything look pretty on, it's not happening. Right, so any other questions? So we've got rain.
Yes, so someone has said, do you bother with rain caps when it's raining?
No. Sorry, big green egg. You'll see I have the regulator on all of my eggs, and I own one rain cap, and I never use it. I have never ever ruined a cook with rain going in. Lots of people like to think they need one.
Ooh.
Controversial, I don't think so. So these are yesterday's pies. Mince pies. Not mince pies, curried pies.
So Sam has said the Scotch eggs look amazing, but she doesn't like eggs. Any suggestions for alternative fillings? I'm not sure I can think of anything.
Wow.
Mozzarella.
Scotch.
Oh, nice.
That's going to melt. That's going to be tricky. Like that. We could try that. We could come up with the mozzarella egg. Wow. Like that idea, Andy. We must put these ones out.
You're rubbing off on me after all these years and months.
Mozzarella, love that. You could, if you wanted to make them smaller, you could. We've had sweet potato earlier, but I think a bit of sweet potato or potato roasted, so it is at that point where it will fall apart. You could do that. You could also put mash into them. They're a bit like a croquettes. Then you could make mash, but season your mash, put it all together, and then put the meat around the outside. So a croqueta with the meat around the outside. Beautiful. Right, here we go. They worked yesterday, not yesterday, day before.
Right.
Get them on there. I'm going to cut one in half. What's missing? Puff pastries. I'll go and, hang on.
Don't get the egg on the puff though.
No.
Put them that end,
Yeah, they're coming down this end.
So UK Barbecue said, I saw a programme earlier with smallish tomatoes which had cheese in the tomato and then wrapped in meat and fried as normal.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Love that. Something with a bit of body will stay together. So then, did we get it right? No pressure.
Moment of truth. Oh yeah, come on. Your hands in the way. Oh, I can't get in because I've got... Oh.
Look at those. runny Scotch eggs. So we haven't got it out here, but these the spicy potato and pea rolls, beautiful with a bit of mango chutney to dip in, because they're curried. It's like having a curry in a roll.
Like
a bit like samosa, but with a sausage roll. Beautiful looking. And you can see the Nduja around here. We've got runny centres. You can't beat that. Even the white is still a little bit runny. So
I'm loving the comments.
Yeah.
Sue Stoneham. Boom.
Boom.
Ian Bevan. They'll do.
Yeah.
Alan. Nice work. Oh,
Yeah.
Nick. Brackets eat. Nice work.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to eat one of these.
Yeah, go
They're going
for
to be
it.
hot, but I pick the one with the least filling in. Hang on. Oh,
Oh, hold on.
but these are, they're difficult to put more in, but that may have been the one I rushed just now. But they are absolutely to die for, those. I won't put it back there. Scotch eggs, delicious. These, delicious.
Oh,
Got
can't
loads
wait
of
to
filling
try.
there. We're going to eat like kings. I'll do the other 2 Scotch eggs, but I think that's a success. It is. Bang on time. So
Sue Stoneham says with a bit of clotted cream.
Oh, on the puff
Yeah.
pie. So I was thinking curried rolls and clotted cream. That's a new one, Sue.
No, she meant with
So
the
Sue is from Devon, so cream on first, then the jam. Lives down in Exmouth. Follow her. She is amazing. Does a show every week that we forget about. Well, not forget about, but we're always eating or doing something daft on a Sunday. But she does a great show as well. So follow Sue. Follow Mark from Smoke Fine Food up in Newcastle. And I've already talked about Mark from Nduja Charcuterie, and also Barbecue Bill and North Charcuterie. So, a couple of announcements. Thank you to everyone who placed orders in the last week. They've all gone out pretty much. There's 4 to go, I think. Karen, I think. No, not them. Anyway, they're all going out. Told you about the dates on the eggs. Get in contact earlier rather than later. Shipping is going to be difficult. The guys who do all the box, come and collect all the orders have already said they're super busy. So get in early. No show next week. Andrea exchanged on her house this week.
Yay.
And will move in. So we're helping her move into a new house. So unfortunately, that will then mean she can't come and be our camera lady.
Yeah, it's my last show.
So it's her last show until we get out of this
For a little
stuff,
while.
because she will bubble with Mama, who's indoors. Mama bubbles with all of us because Andrea lives with us. But as soon as Andrea moves in, Mama will bubble with Andrea, and that'll be it. So it'll be just me and Helena to do the show. So we're not going to do one next week, but we will be back the following week to do them.
Oh, thanks, Franco and Steve.
Yeah.
shout out to Pint Shop. They've obviously, I think they'll be reopening soon. They've been doing takeaways.
Oh, perfect. Shout out to Pint Shop. We went to their opening I think it was 5 or 6 years ago. Cracking restaurant in Cambridge. If you are whenever anyone says, oh, well, I'm after some barbecue food, should I go to Smokeworks? The answer is no, I don't like Smokeworks. I always send them to Pint Shop, because we do a brisket. They do a brisket kebab that we've copied, and we love Pint Shop, and great food. They will be doing lots of takeaways, but we'll reopen. So yeah, shout out to Pint Shop. Anything else?
I can see some of the comments, so everyone's been really sweet with their messages to me about my new home. So thank you very much, everyone. Do
We're all very
appreciate
excited
it.
to get rid of her.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, not at all. Okay. As usual, I can quote you on anything Big Green Egg. So anything Big Green Egg, whether it's big or small, whether it's an egg or accessories, just let me know. Any order that's over 50 quid gets free shipping. I am not going to have charcoal this Christmas time, because I need the space for other things. So if you are local and you buy your charcoal from me, I won't have any. You'll need to go and either buy it from the Gog Farm Shop, or who are the other side of town and the butchers that I use most of the time, or give me a shout. I can quote you and we'll get it shipped from Big Green Egg, but you'll need to buy three bags to get free shipping. Anything else, Helena?
I don't think so. No, and we'll be back following week.
Yeah.
Just the two of us. Just the two of us.
Yeah. So obviously there'll be no comments the week after next on the typing because Helena will be on the camera. Unless we can. No, we can't. We can't bother with anyone else, can we? So, so thank you. We'll publish all of these recipes later on today. We're going to tuck into these because they look amazing, and these, and we're going to get all of that off there. But have a great week. Post what you've and tag us in everything you cook. We're going to do, I think we said spit roast duck tonight with crispy pancakes, or crispy spit roast duck with pancakes and so on. Small tea. But that's what we plan. So I'll take some photos of that and put the recipes up. And I think that is it. Perfect. So, thank you, and we will see you in 2 weeks' time.